Hey everybody, Vikesrel here with another deck guiding gameplay video. Today's deck is Fizz Riven. I've got the deck code down in the description if you want to give the deck a shot yourself, and if you're just here for some gameplay footage, head on over to that game number 1 timestamp. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the deck, how it works and kind of the general game plan of the deck, a little bit mulligan phase, and just kind of what you're looking to do with this deck. Alright, so as the name implies, Fizz Riven runs Fizz and Riven as the two champions. And the general game plan of this deck is to utilize Fizz's great ability to where he negates spells and skills targeting him and gains elusive when you cast a spell in order to get him to basically attack in without any resistance. So we're kind of buffing him up and protecting Fizz as kind of your main attacker. Riven is also a pretty good attacker in this deck as well with all the Reforges. So kind of the goal is to play this kind of like a combo deck where you're just banking for a turn or two of really big damage with your Fizz attack. And so that's what the deck is just to build around Fizz, build around Riven, to get them in for big damage and kind of make it to where your opponent really can't react to you and can't do anything. Alright, so as far as champions go, of course, Fizz and Riven are the champions. Fizz is the 1 mana 2/1 with great ability, and then he levels up when you cast 6 more spells. Then Riven is a 3/4, 3 mana 3/4. When summoned, if you have the attack token, or when you gain the attack token, you Reforge. And then she levels up when you've seen Blade of the Exile in your hand. So those Reforges, of course, either can give you quick attack for a round, overwhelm for a round, or +2 attack for the round. Alright, then we have a bunch of followers to either buff units or help with combat. So we've got 3 of Blade Squire, 1 mana 2/1 with Last Breath Reforge. Blade Squire, run 2 copies of this, 1 mana 2/1 with the creating either Tiny Spear or Tiny Shield, so either a +1 attack or +1 health getting granted to your unit. Typically in this deck we're wanting to grant that +1 attack, usually on Fizz, right, to buff up that attack. 3 of Conchologist, so it's granting, you're manifesting a spell that costs 3 or less, so very good to get some protection spells or extra damage spells for Fizz. 3 of Runeweaver, so again reforging, 2 mana 3/1, good 3 attack to help you with fearsome attacks. And then Rune Reckoner, run 2 copies of this, 4 mana 4/3 with creating a Midnight Raid in hand. So that's a 0 mana spell that lets you use an ally to get a free attack in. So usually you're wanting to play that again on Fizz. And then we also run 3 of Papercraft Dragon. So this is kind of your main win condition, is getting this onto Fizz. So 5 mana 2/2 with attach and that double attack. So Fizz, of course, will gain that double attack. And so you can think about Fizz starts out with 2 base attack, right? And so Papercraft Dragon gets him 2 extra attack because he gains the attach attack. So that's already 8 damage. So really, you just need to get Fizz up to a little bit more in order to actually do enough to beat to kill the Nexus. So if you can get the Fizz up to 10 attack, that's a 1-shot. Now obviously that's pretty tough to do by itself, but if you're already at doing 8 damage alone from 1 Fizz attack with Papercraft Dragon, if you can get that up to 10 damage, that's two shots basically to kill the enemy Nexus. So any boost at all you can get to Fizz, or any damage you've done before you get the Papercraft Dragon down, means Fizz is very likely to do a 1-hit KO, or at the very least a 2-hit KO on the enemy Nexus. Alright, and of course you can play Papercraft Dragon on other things like Riven or some of your other units, but typically you're winning this onto Fizz because it's so hard to remove Fizz once he's, especially when he gets a little bit more health, you know, the 1 attack or 1 damage pings are just no longer effective on him, even if you don't have a spell to proc his ability. Alright, and then speaking of spells, we run a lot of burst speed spells, a lot of fast speed spells, things that can actually protect our units or boost them up their damage. So 3 of Elixir of Wrath, so 1 mana burst speed, given ally +3/+0 this round. So really nice Elixir of Wrath once you've got like a Fizz, Papercraft Dragon on the board. You can think of this as, you know, with Papercraft Dragon, that's 6 extra damage for 1 mana at burst speed. Excellent boost. Face Sprout, 1 mana burst speed, manifest Fey and grant it +1/+1. So you can get things like Papercraft Dragon or the Rainbow Fish, which is the elusive one, which works well on Riven. And it's just really handy to kind of pick and choose what you want to get from this. It's also burst speed, so you can use it to proc Fizz's ability. So very handy spell, and you can kind of get a pretty good unit with the Fays are usually pretty good. 2 of Trinket Trade, so again, just getting that extra spell at burst speed for 1 mana, just in the protection spell for Fizz. We run 1 of Flamespitter, so this is 2 mana burst speed grants an ally +2/+0 in impact, so basically think of it 3 extra damage for Fizz. And this is a grant, so you can play this on a defensive turn and still keep those stats. 3 have Pokey Stick, really great card, very versatile. Deal 1 to anything, draw 1, so more draw, can go face. 3 have Might, give an ally +3/+0 and overwhelm this round, so this works really well if, for instance, they have a blocker, like an elusive blocker, or, it functions similar to the Elixir of Wrath, you're getting that +3 attack. 2 of Wallop, so this works again well with any overwhelm type of spells because you're dealing 1 to enemy and stunning it. So if you've got a blocker in front of one of your units that has overwhelm, of course the overwhelm damage goes through, and especially with like a double attack. So Wallop is really handy for removing those blockers. And occasionally your opponent may have a really big unit that's attacking your Nexus, and if you can stun them, you can survive another turn. So very versatile when you use this. And then finally we have 1 copy of Friendship. So 4 mana burst speed, you can ally barrier or spell shield this round. So very versatile in how you're going to use that. Again, just a good protection spell. As far as the mulligan phase goes, you're really looking for your early game Reforge like Blade Squire, Runeweaver. Conchologist is also a good early keep. Fizz is also really good to have in your opening hand, and so is Riven. You want your champions early. You want to start getting them out on the board, especially Riven, so she can start generating those Reforges. Fizz, you don't want to just throw him down. You want to make sure you're protecting him. You don't want to just have him get killed from a challenger unit or something like that. So it's really important to play Fizz when you know you're going to be able to either protect him or use him in combat that turn to get some good damage in. And you also want to keep up spell mana when you can because you have so many good spells to kind of take advantage of. So whenever you can bank up that 3 spell mana, it's usually a pretty good idea. You're really not too worried about like aggro decks or anything that's going wide on you. Your goal is to win quickly. So you kind of want to just, you can trade away your units for enemy units besides Fizz and Riven, like your Blade Squires, Conchologist, Runeweaver. All these are very disposable units. You just throw them out in front of an enemy unit to block and just save your Nexus health. Your goal is to do combo damage to your opponent's Nexus in a couple turns. So you don't really worry too much about your own Nexus unless it's like literally you're about to die and you have to block. That's when you would worry about that. Alright. So other than that, it's a pretty straightforward deck. You're just trying to execute your combo before your opponent can really get their game plan going, before they can lethal you. You're just trying to lethal their Nexus. That's kind of what the game plan's all about. Alright, so that's going to do it for the intro part of the video. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, up against Scouts. Okay. Can maybe keep Conchologist, toss the rest of this back. Okay, not a great hand. Alright, go ahead and play out the, I think we'll just grab a spear, honestly. Okay. Let's see if we can get in for 2 here. See if he blocks or not.
I sculpt what others only dream of.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get Conchologist down then. This could be useful. Dealing with these units here. If he's got Misfortune, we're looking pretty bad here. Don't think we really can deal with it.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Okay. Go ahead and put down the Blade Squire. He gets 1. He doesn't really get any good trades, actually. Now that I'm looking at this, this board's not that threatening. If he doesn't attack, that's fine. Okay. Let's start with the Runeweaver.
These hands know metal and magic.
Okay, he's got another one. He's got Sharp Sight. definitely sucks, but I don't think really can deal with that. Let me do this, and then I think we'll go with the bouncing bomb. Oh wow. Did not expect Inspiring Light. Okay. So he can't sharp side, but I could still kill this with the bouncing bomb. Is it worth it? We only get in for a little bit of damage if we do that, though. I think it's probably still worth it. Then we've got a good attack next round. Okay. Interesting list the opponent is playing here. Again, if he's got the misfortune, we're in really bad shape because all our guys have 1 health. Crap. Yeah, that's looking really awful for us. Okay. Yeah, because none of our stuff can block without dying. I think we're just going to have to go all in on the Fizz next turn. Another Inspiring Light. Yeah, that's rough for sure. Okay, we'll do that. I don't think going down, I don't think it really matters what we're blocking with here. If he's got sharp side, I think we're dead no matter what. So yeah, I don't really see the point of go ahead and do this just to be mana efficient here. We're gonna need to go all in on Fizz this next turn, I think. Okay, she's getting their Inspiring Light, sure. Okay. Alright, Papercraft really nice. So I'll get him up to 5. I think this might be enough for us. And then we can do Elixir of Wrath, gets to 8. If he's got Sharp Sight, we still can have an Overwhelm with Might. I think this might be enough. We'll see what opponent has here. Alright, let me go ahead and do this here. And this right here is already lethal. So let's go for it. See if he's got his Sharp Sight or not. Nice! Alright, we got there. GG. Alright, up against Annie Jin. Okay. Alright, we'll toss this stuff back, keep the Blade Squire as a blocker. Got Fizz, which is excellent. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get the Blade Squire to block. Okay, Blade Fragment, sure. Alright, let's go ahead and get Fizz going here. Okay, so we can go ahead and attack in for free, get 5 damage in. Looking pretty solid here. They shouldn't really have a good way to deal with elusive Fizz. Alright, and we'll get Riven down.
The past is a burden you must learn to bear.
Alright, so let's see what we get for the blade fragment here. Do think we want to go this. Go like this here. We want to hold up at least a little bit of mana for any spell he may have here. For 7, and next turn we're looking for lethal. So yeah, that should be good.
Came a long way for a bullet.
Maybe do like a fervor, sure. Okay. So if that's the case, we could pokey stick this just to get rid of that damage. Could Flamespitter just put a little more damage down. We can't might, unfortunately. I think we could just pokey stick here just to prevent his damage. I don't hate that. This is 3 more damage going down to 10. I think though we'll be okay. So I think we'll do this just to protect against his damage. And I'm thinking next turn we're looking pretty solid. Wallop is nice. Okay, that's fine. Don't really think I need to do much here. I could manifest a face sprout, but I don't think we really need that because this is just showing, what is this, 5 damage, which I think is totally fine to take. So I'll just pass here. We'll see what else he's got here.
For the Empire.
Okay. So in this case, I think now that he's tapped down to 2, let's look for another Fae here. Could do this here. Actually, this thing already trades with everything anyways, right? The Swole Scroll is interesting because this actually works really well with being able to double its power in case he attacks here. Because then we can have a might play and a wallop. I think this is actually a really good play for us here. So let me go ahead and go down to 6. I think 7's fine. Getting that doubled power is really nice. So we can do Overwhelm. Fizz levels up. Riven levels up. Do we want to give them an action? Does that matter? I'm not sure if it does really. I think I'm gonna could have a decimate, right? If we give them an action. So this gives us at least Flamespitter plus something else. Because decimate's really the way we lose here. Like decimate plus another fervor. I think we'll go with this. If he goes fervor here, it's bad, but I think we might be okay. I'm just gonna go with this.
Your path ends here.
Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. See what he's got here. Nice, okay, we got there. That was tricky because of decimate plus fervor is what I was worried about, but we got there. GG. Alright, up against Viego, Elise Katarina. Okay. Blade Squire, that seems good. Hopefully we can get into Fizz. But we've got all our Reforge stuff going, which is good. Alright, got our Blade Squire down. Get in for 2. Okay. Papercraft is cool. Go ahead and do this. Could have a Vile Feast coming in, which is fine. Not too worried about that, and definitely will trade if he wants to trade. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Riven here, just to get the another token here. Or something on the Reforge. Okay, yeah. Obviously we're not going to attack into that. But now we've got access to our Reforge stuff. No Fizz is kind of a problem, but then we just drew him right there. So that's good.
Is that all you got?
Okay. I guess we'll do this here. And then we'll bank up the mana, I think. I mean, we could play Fizz. We've got Weapons Hilt. Protect against any pings, but we'll see what he does first, actually. Because it would be cool to get Fizz plus the Papercraft down.
No more hesitation.
Although I think just waiting until next turn is fine, too. Okay. Alright. Flock, sure. Alright, let's pass, actually. We'll bank up the mana and then play this stuff out. See what he wants to do here.
When will I
Okay. We'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to play Viego this turn, goes for the stun. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I do want to go ahead and play some of this stuff out. Could also play this out. I want to keep up enough for Pokey Stick. So maybe I'll do this. Just have one ping available. Get in for 5. That way I can still play this in case he tries to File Feast it. He may go Flock here or something. Could have a, like, plus the Blade's Edge. Okay, yeah, we can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Could have another Flock right here. Yeah, okay. So that definitely sucks, but we can get our Papercraft on the Fizz. So it feels like Viego, Viego's a perfect opportunity to play it. Alright, he's just gonna pass, I'll pass. Or I'll go next round, that's completely fine with me. Because it lets me get this down. can go Might here, and then I have Pokey Stick for whatever else he's got. Seems fine to me. Should be able to take away any vengeance. Okay. Could Pokey Stick here, but I can't risk that. So, okay, he survives with one. Alright, all his Legion Deserters are gone, which is interesting. Can also Pokey Stick face. He's gonna do that. He can only like Vile Feast, right? Because he can't play the... There's nothing else. So if he's got a Vile Feast, then yeah, obviously he can do it to survive at one. But otherwise, we get him. Nice. Okay, awesome. Alright, up against Thralls. Okay. Got our Fizz, got this. I actually like this hand right here. Got our Riven, we got our Elixir of Wrath for Fizz. Second Fizz is cool too. Alright. I like just opening with the Elixir of Wrath on the Fizz. It's pretty strong, I think. Get in for 5. I guess Ice Shard does punish this, but I don't know if many decks are going to run that. Okay. Alright. We'll do this. We'll skip block, see if he wants to Avalanche. Alright, no Avalanche, so we can go ahead and play out our Riven.
When will I find peace?
Okay, could have the the landmark that heals. I forget the name of it. I'm drawing a blank right now, but he could have that. So I think we just get in for what we can here. Ravine, Blight Ravine. That's what I was thinking of. So we'll go ahead and do this.
No turning back now.
Could have a Quicksand. I mean, there's a ton of things you could have here, but I think we'll do this. He's got the Quicksand. He's got it. Okay. So this should be a Ravine, I expect. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Bank up our mana. Got another Fizz anyways, so... He's got second Ravine. It's pretty bad. Okay, no second Ravine. Don't want to go with Papercraft Dragon here. I think no. Let's start with this, actually. See what we get here. Might can be really nice. I'll go with that. Okay, so he does get out a a Thrall.
He's completely hairless. Remarkable.
See if we can get anything here. Blade's Edge could be useful. Okay. Let me go ahead and use up my mana efficiently. Okay.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in the coast.
Alright, so it gets one Thrall out. So we really do need to get in for quite a bit here. Don't know if we're gonna have enough to win on this turn here. If he's got quicksand, we still get the double attack, but it is pretty bad for us if he goes for the quicksand play here. Okay, so he still could go for quicksand. Alright. Don't think it really matters. Get in for 8. I think that's the best we can do here. Okay, and then we just have to somehow survive this next turn. Okay. So if we survive this turn, we're cool. If we don't, we're dead. I don't know if we can survive it though. Okay, so at the moment, we're looking pretty dead.
It must be done.
So this loses to Ravine, but there's nothing else we can do. We have to just go for this. If he's got Ravine, we're dead here. Yeah, unfortunately, we just didn't quite have enough. Stress defense would have been perfect last turn, but or before, but we just don't have it. If he's got Ravine, we'll just concede right here. Okay. So no Ravine. Maybe go for one more. See what else we can get here. Any of these good at all? I guess Heroic Refrain is not bad. But we've already got it right here, so why not just grab that one? Alright, let's see if he's got the Ravine. Okay, so he's got the Avalanche, which we can survive. So we'll do that. So now we do need to dodge quicksand. That'll be the one thing we definitely gotta dodge here. Okay. If he has quicksand, we're not necessarily dead. So we'll keep the double attack. I mean, I guess we just go with this, right? Just to get... Yeah, I think we'll have to do that. Nice, we got there. Excellent. GG. Alright, so that is Fizz Riven. I think it's a really strong deck in the meta right now. Fizz is just such a strong card and so hard for opponents to deal with. So pairing him with all these aggressively statted cards like Elixir of Wrath getting that +3 attack, I mean, and all these Reforges just is a really strong combination. And so a lot of opponents just straight up cannot deal with it. If they don't have something like mini morph at a burst speed to deal with Fizz, a lot of times it's just too much to overcome for them. So you kind of steal out a lot of wins with this type of deck. So I think it's really great for the ladder and a really strong place in the meta right now. Riven's also a really solid card on her own, getting those Reforges and when she gets to Blade the Exile. So very easy to level her up. And Fizz levels up pretty quickly as well with all the spells you're able to run. So overall, really fun deck, really strong on the ladder, and I think it's one of my favorites of the meta right now. So go ahead and give the deck a shot yourself and let me know how it goes for you. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Take care.